Now to a story we have been following, the emotional toll of family separations at the border. The head of the federal agency that cares for migrant children warned at a congressional hearing today that kids separated from their parents are likely to suffer severe long-term trauma. In tonight's Eye on America, Manuel Bojorquez has the heartbreaking reunion of a father and a son who were kept apart for 178 days.
Yujany Paz-Rosa says he was shot 5 times in Honduras for refusing to join a gang. He feared his son, 3-year-old Michael, was next. So in February, they fled. Here they are in the Rio Grande on a crowded raft 8 days later, arriving to seek asylum in the U.S. The boy's mother stayed behind. But at the McAllen Border Patrol Processing Center, officers accused him of not being the father because his last name was not on the boy's birth certificate. They took the 3-year-old away. It wasn't until July, 5 months later, that the DNA test he initially asked for proved he was Michael's father. We met up with Paz-Rosa as he traveled to New York, where his son was in a foster care facility, nearly 6 months after their separation. I know I'll be so happy to be with him again. But after 178 days apart, this was Michael's reaction. Michael appeared not to recognize his father. Instead, he seemed afraid of him and was reaching out for the safety of the caseworker. The cold, hard reality of family separation. It took about 5 hours for Michael to calm down. Paz-Rosa was in disbelief, embarrassed, even ashamed. We caught up with them 2 weeks later.
¿Todo bien? You're good? Thumbs up, como decimos? Sí?
Fue algo muy difícil.
It was really hard to hear him say he didn't want to come with me, he says. He feels better with me now, thank God. To this day, Michael is nervous around most people.
O sea, que quizás me imagino yo.
He doesn't like to leave the house, you think, because he feels like someone's going to take him away.
Dr. Lanre Falusi works with children who have endured separation. We showed her the video of the reunion.
It's heartbreaking. So what I see is a child who's been traumatized. Emotionally, we see the whole spectrum from depression and anxiety to early signs of post-traumatic stress disorder.
PTSD in children.
PTSD in children, right.
Some would argue on the other side that it's the fault of the parents for bringing them into the country this way.
Put yourself in the shoes of those parents who have come to me and said, we are here because family members were killed by gangs.
Paz-Rosa and Michael are still waiting to see if they'll be granted asylum. But at least now, they wait together.
When you see that smile, ¿qué piensa? What do you think?
No, pues que se siente bien feliz. ¿Va? ¿Te sentís feliz conmigo?
Sí.
We know of almost 3,000 children who were separated from their parents under the Trump administration. But tonight, Nora, attorney Lee Gellernd with the ACLU tells CBS News he expects that number to top 6,000.
It's tough to see that. Thank you, Manny.